for those who don't know me, my name is Cara May and welcome to my channel and this video. If you follow me on Instagram, then that would mean that you're one of my Instagram Lavenders. But it would also mean that you know that sometimes I bake and then I do live streams. I do baking live streams on Instagram. So one day I got a comment that said, why don't I make YouTube videos of them instead? And I thought, that's a great idea. I do need more content than just music related stuff for my YouTube. So I decided to give it a go, and yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today with my absolute favorite dessert, the caramel slice. So let's move into the kitchen. I'm in my recording studio slash the back room slash the sunroom right now, but let's move to the kitchen and let's do it. I already have the ingredients out, let me go get them. So in terms of cutlery and crockery and whatever, I have these and this. All sorts of measurement. I have this special sort of thing to pat down the base. I'm gonna make the base in this. This is for the caramel. This is for the chocolate. This is for the caramel and the chocolate. And this is for the chocolate. And for the actual caramel slice itself, I have this. And for hydration, I have this. The ice is already melted. So before anything else, okay, so before I start any of this off, I just want to say this isn't exactly a tutorial. It's more like you guys watching me bake a caramel slice and talk about random things. Mainly my new song and the new year, pretty much. I don't expect you to learn anything from this, but if you do, then good job. I have done a caramel slice before. They're supposed to be easy because they're only, you know, layers. But when I did it for the first time, I messed it up pretty badly. So I'm using this recipe from Recipe 10 Eats, and it's supposed to be the perfect recipe for a caramel slice. And we're gonna see if that's true. Okay, let's get started. Preheat the oven to 180. Okay. It worked on the first go. Grease and lime? Okay, I'll grease and line it. Let's go. Cross or down. Scissors. Spray. Edges. Ah, on the bottom. Ah. And now this way we don't have to worry about the paper moving around. So the things we need for the base are butter, flour, brown sugar, coconut. I'm gonna start with the butter and melt it. That much. So Lavenders. Are you enjoying the new year? They're always so hard to comprehend, but surprisingly I'm managing. I think it's because I just desperately wanted last year, 2022, to be over. Oh, this is really soft butter. So I already made a video on it, but this year's been a bit tough for everybody, but I was talking about me personally. It was a trash year for everybody, let's be honest, but health-wise this year was pretty bad. But I hope to make this year better. And even if I might be distracted by health things again, I'm still gonna, at least on my good days, make the most of it. Okay, so I have these butter cut into little squares. Let's put them in. Give them a melt. Since it's a lot of butter, I put it around for about maybe 50 seconds to a minute. I put it on a minute because overkill. Okay, let's continue. A cup of flour. Let's do it. Alright. Let's pour it. Ah. I heard a little pop. The butter inside. Okay. Yup, that's around a cup. Ugh, I need a drink of water. So that's another thing. I didn't drink much water last year, and I pretty much never drink water, so I'm gonna try and do that better this year. So, half a cup of the coconut. Here we go. And then half a cup of the sugar. Eeh. Nails. Speaking of my nails, I've noticed I'm wearing a lot more green recently. For example, this green dress. I've heard a lot of people say that green is in now. Like, green is trending, but I actually had no idea that that was happening. Okay, this one's gonna be a bit hard. It's kinda loosely packed, but also kinda... Oh, it looks so cool. Brown sugar kind of feels like kinetic sand. I tried as much this year to end the year right by releasing another song, which is halfway we're here. Because I wanted to bake it a caramel slice to celebrate In the Eye of the Storm, which is the name of the new song. So I recommend you listen to it. It's already got more streams than my most popular song, which was my most popular song, Isolation, but now it's In the Eye of the Storm. I told you. Oh god. Ugh. My hands are clean, don't worry. It's time to put the butter in. Let's watch it pour. Hot, hot, but amazing. Let me try as best as I can to mix this with one hand. Now it looks cool. I really want to pick some off and eat it, but I don't think I should. Seems about the right texture. Okay, now we need to put it in the pan and then bake it for 15 minutes? Or until the surface is golden, and then cool for a little bit afterwards. So let's put it in. Let's go. This looks like it's gonna be a very thin layer, considering how big the pan is and how little of the crust? No, of the bottom layer there is. But I think we can make do with the bottom layer being just a little bit thin. Wow, it took a while, but it's finally flat. Anyway, now it has to go in the oven for 15 minutes, so I will set a timer and be right back. While that's happening, we can start the caramel. So we need the butter again. Gonna have to chop it up. Just a little bit. 1, 2. There we go, that's enough. Another half cup of sugar. So while I'm doing this slowly and carefully, let me talk a little bit, because that's half what we're here for, to talk, and the other half is to talk about a caramel slice, to bake a caramel slice. Yep. So the song itself, In the Eye of the Storm, of course, I think I wrote it when I was about 14 or 15, but somehow 14 is resonating with me. Okay, here we go. Wow. I remember ever since I began songwriting, I wanted to write a song about the weather, particularly storms, because as you would know, I love storms, so I decided to. But I didn't want to do it until there was an actual storm going on, because I wanted to be fully in the moment. So I waited until an actual thunderstorm happened, and when it happened, I started to write the song. I didn't want it to be musically complex or anything really impressive, I just wanted it to be me, I guess. That's why it has a lot of scents. And of course it talks about storms and being in a storm. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I have this vanilla bean paste here, so... Ooh. Hold on. It's stuck. Give me a sec. There we go. In it goes. So, it looks really nice just by itself, but we need to put it on a medium to low heat, so let's do that. Whoa, it's hot! And then once it all melts together, we whisk it and then put the condensed milk in. I also assume that soon the base will be done. We have just about 4 minutes. When it starts to bubble, that's when we add sweetened condensed milk. So this is what it looks like all whisked together. And as you can see, bubbles have started to form, so in goes the condensed milk. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at it. I want to eat it now. And now, we whisk for 5 minutes straight. That's gonna be fun. So the colour doesn't really compare to in real life. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna leave that in just for a little bit more because I'm sure the oven has not fully baked it yet. So for an extra 5 minutes while I whisk this, as I was saying, it kind of looks sort of caramelly, golden brownie already, which is very nice. But I'll get back to you once it's fully mixed. So I've been whisking for about maybe 3 or 4 minutes now, and this is what it looks like. It's starting to bubble and it looks gorgeous. I need to take the base out after this so I can put it in and then bake it. But I think it's gonna be really good. The colour of this caramel is starting to bring back memories. And I never used to make caramel this way, or like this, so that we could put it on our dessert. So this is what the base looks like now. It's quite nice, and this is what the caramel looks like before we're about to pour it in. Time to smoothen. There it is, all smoothed out. And now it has to go in the oven for 12 minutes. I'm all red. Okay, now I'm gonna eat the remains of this condensed milk tin or can while we have a chat. Okay, let's talk business. So, I have this proposal that we get in the Eye of the Storm to be my first song to reach 1,000 streams. Because 1,000 streams is kind of a big deal, on Spotify at least, because you can actually see how many streams on the app, from the app, that it has. Okay, now that that's done, hi. I hope you've all been doing well, because I haven't. Like I said before, new year, hopefully some new goals, some new resolutions, some new things happening. For me, definitely. I plan to busk more often, and I plan to do more musical performances more often, so that's pretty cool. And I also want to release more songs, but then again, that's always been my goal. Release songs, get them out there, get as famous as possible. As I said in the beginning, caramel slice is my favorite dessert ever. Absolutely ever. Understandable. Caramel. My name's Cara May. Cara. It's kind of in the name. Caramel. I am caramel. Caramel flows through my veins. I just had a look at the caramel. It needed a couple of extra minutes, so I've got 5 minutes on the timer here. But apart from that, it looks like we're doing pretty well in comparison to the first one. I don't even want to think about it. It was a bad caramel slice, but I have high hopes for this one. I think this one's going well, and it's gonna be amazing. Another thing I was saying before is that In the Eye of the Storm is my new most popular song, which is very surprising for me because Isolation took about 1 year or 2 years to get to the popularity that it's at, and now In the Eye of the Storm took like I don't know, maybe 2-3 days to surpass that. And I think that's pretty amazing. And that's why that is why I want In the Eye of the Storm to be my first song with streams in the thousands, because I think that'll be cool. That'll be a, I guess, mini milestone for me, or even a big milestone for me. You never know. So yeah, stream In the Eye of the Storm, or else. There's also a music video for it. I have done two music videos, one for Drowsy and one for In the Eye of the Storm, and they'll only keep getting better from there. So they're both homemade, pretty much. I made them by myself and at home, and they were both made at the dead of night, actually. So I had to be quiet for both of them. But I have behind the scenes videos so you can see how they were done. Maybe they weren't done well, but they were done, and that is the main point. So, of course, I would really appreciate it if you watched the official music video of In the Eye of the Storm and Drowsy as well, to show your appreciation and to become a Lavender. Become a Lavender, that's the name of my fan base as such. Join the flower garden. Okay, it's time to go check on the caramel. Okay, I can't touch it, but I don't know about you, but that looks amazing. Okay, so now it's time to cool it for 20 minutes and then refrigerate it for 30 minutes. So in the meantime, I'm not gonna do the chocolate. I'm gonna get myself some lunch. Here it is. The chocolate is finally on top. And now, it goes back in the fridge. The chocolate was as simple as 200 grams of cooking chocolate and then a tablespoon of oil, microwaving it in 30-second bursts. This took me about 4 times to get it fully melted, and then refrigerating it again. Except this time for a whole hour. Taste test. Okay, I just taste tested the caramel slice and it's amazing. And I need a lot of water after that, oh my gosh. I guess the recipe really was foolproof. It really is the perfect caramel slice. It's not too thick, it's not too thin, it's not too big, it's not too small. The chocolate cuts perfectly, and so does the caramel. And it's a really good base recipe too, I also found. Okay, that's all from me for now anyways. I hope that you all found this video interesting or entertaining, and perhaps you might have even learnt something from this, you never know. Anyway, before I go, don't forget to stream my new single In the Eye of the Storm on pretty much all streaming services, as well as watching the music video for it here on YouTube, which you can find on this very same channel. And a very happy new year from me, and until next time, this is Cara May signing out. Bye bye, Lavenders, I love you all.